How's it going, bratches and bitches? Emanuel Tweek here, and welcome back to another video. It's been at least, I think, like a fucking year since I last made a If My Heart Had Wings video, but I've just been thinking about this game. Like, every now and then I sit down on my computer and I'm like, I have to fucking do a recording, and I finally sat my lazy ass down at 5:35 in the morning right now. I hadn't slept all night, and I guess I'm just gonna give you a little update on what I've been doing recently, since I haven't had a full actual long video where I like unedited and like sat down and spoke to everybody. I have been doing streams where I did little updates, but like those are whack ass shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing like literally right now. This part might take like a minute of the section of the video, so I apologize, but yeah, this is just what I'm doing for my viewers, my channel. If you don't like it, at the beast, fuck off, you beast. I'm playing. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna tell you what I've been literally doing. Like just now, I have some, what the fuck is this shit? Snyder's of Hanover pieces, like the pretzel shit, honey mustard and onion. I always like this flavor. They had like another spicy one, like a spicy buffalo or some shit that I like too, but they never have it. Even this is hard to find now. I got some warheads. Those I always eat the whole bag, and my tongue ends up bleeding. But you know, no pain, no gain. I got some a shy blueberry pomegranate vitamin water, the best flavor. That zero sugar shit is fucking ass. And yeah, I just literally came back from CVS. I got all this. I left maybe 40 minutes ago, and because the other day my little brother, he's 5, and his tooth, like his first tooth, fell out. So he put it under the pillow, and the tooth fairy gave him some money. And then the next day, he was like, "Oh look, she gave me a Flash toy, like a figure of the Flash." And we were playing with it the other day, and it has like removable hands. You could switch hands like Lego pieces, right? And my dumbass, you're supposed to just pull it, and instead of pulling it, I pulled and twisted. His fucking hand broke. I felt so bad, and I'm like, bro, like I promise you, like I promise you, I'm gonna get super glue. I'm gonna fix this. So I went to the store. This happened yesterday. Well, right now it's the 21st of Thursday. So yeah, yesterday. This happened yesterday at like 7:30 in the morning, and he was like, I tried to make him not upset. Yeah, he's not the type of person who gets upset like that. Thank God. He was all right, but I went out for him fucking 5 in the morning. And I went to go look for his super glue, but CVS ran out, and that was the only store around me that was open that would have had it. I tried to check some 99-cent stores or anything around me. There's a Walgreens. It's not like right next to me, but it's not too far. But I'm like, I'm not about to go to Walgreens. I'll just wait until another store opens, and I'll go after. So I woke up. I didn't wake up. I just didn't sleep. For that shit, you might be asking, why the fuck didn't I just wait till the next day? Because fuck you, that's why. And I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, and I don't know. I feel a little bit more productive during the night times, even though I think I'm a morning person. But during the nighttime, I'm just like, you know, I'm to myself and shit, and whatever, you know. I've been playing a lot of Valorant too. I got the game as a joke, trying to stream it, and I was like, I'm gonna download this, I'm gonna play it once, I'm gonna delete it and never touch it or think about it again. The same way I did with Genshin Impact. I had a stream of that, I remember. And I think now I figured out what the fuck, whatever. And I really like Valorant. The thing that drew me in was how satisfying the kills were. My very first game, I played on Icebox. I remember I was Defender first. I think I was Sova because everybody else that I thought would have been cool was already chosen. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll be the bow and arrow guy with heterochromia or whatever it is. And I was ass, but I got like 1 kill, and it was so satisfying. So I kept playing, and now, well, fucking bronze too. But hey, come on now. I main Phoenix. I used to, like, for the first couple of weeks, I just played Fade, and I'm nice with Fade. But I don't know. I tried to move on, just see some duelists, because I'm like, whatever. I tried Reyna, Jet, Raze. Who the fuck else? Whatever, Phoenix, I have Chamber, I don't know if I said him, Sky, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just a little update So, oh yeah, and also a little bit of the backstory about this, since it's been so long. I don't know if you guys are just binging this or whatever, but what happened? I looked back at the video, my last video about this. I looked back for a couple of minutes, and so Kotori, whatever the fuck, you know how to however you pronounce her name. Kotori, she was eating Haagen-Dazs ice cream and checking off her bucket list, and now our guy, protagonist MC Me Anonymous, Anon himself, is went back to the kitchen to get things ready for dinner. Let's get it, man. Sorry about the 5 minute little intro, but you know, just little updates. I'll take some of this vitamin water right here. Refreshing. I like doing voices like that and shit anytime I hear it. There's like a TikTok sound. One of the videos that I uploaded onto TikTok recently, actually, I deleted my account months ago and I recently got it back. And I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. And one of the videos I uploaded popped off. And I knew it would. I knew it would. And I didn't want this one too. I wanted some of my other ones too. But like, even the other ones were kind of whack. They were kind of like reactions and some stupid shit. And I want to make like a really funny video. And anytime I try to do something like that, it doesn't pop off. So I'm like, I don't know, whatever. And this was just a clip of something, and I was like, I know it's gonna pop off. Right now, I uploaded a couple hours ago. It's sitting at 41.4k views, with how many likes? 6,500 likes exactly. So that's pretty nice. It's the most I've ever had on my old account. I didn't have jack shit. But I don't like that this would be the thing to get me famous. Wow, I refreshed it and it's at fucking 6518. Crazy. Whatever. That's not what the fuck. I don't give a shit about that. Let's get into it. I'm sorry again. Kotori's face seemed to say, now it only tastes half as good, as she sulkily, oh, Sully from Monsters Inc., I got you, ate the ice cream. Why are you taking time off school? Right. I caught a cold. She's blatantly lying. Would someone who has caught a cold be eating ice cream? I'm the dorm mother, you know. Why mother? Just say father. It's the dorm fucking overseer. I have to make sure the boarding students have the right kind of lifestyle. I don't remember accepting you as dorm mother. Anyway, isn't it strange for a boy? Thank you. Oh shit, yo, did she just shoot a fucking free throw? She went to the trouble of turning around so that she could point at me. If you want to call me dorm father, then that's fine by me. Kotori turned back round and went back to enjoying her ice cream. If you weren't at school, then where were you? I softened my tone a little as I asked her. It's got nothing to do with you. Also, I keep throwing these shits out there. Well, another little thing. I just watched Wayne, and I think it's a YouTube original. I think there's only season 1 out right now. It's 10 episodes, like 35 minutes per episode. Honestly, I think that is the perfect length of an episode for a show. Like 35 minutes. It runs for like 33.5 minutes, and then the rest is like ending and then the preview for the next one. I think that's perfect time. And when you're watching it, I'm telling you, I get 10 to 15 minutes into an episode and I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, I swear I've been watching for at least 30 minutes right now. And it's a really, really good show. I finished it. But the last episode, like the last couple of minutes of the last episode, it's kind of like a cliffhanger, obviously. But I don't know. I'm not too satisfied with that. I guess because it's a cliffhanger, you know, that's the whole point. But whatever. It's a good show. It's a really, really good show. There's a recommendation out there. I feel like it's the... Not children's version, but like a little bit downgraded version of Jack Reacher. Okay, let's go. Did you go back to the Windmill Hill? She's ignoring me and eating her ice cream. You're not gonna offer me some, bitch? It has something... Oh, I was reading it as her voice. It's got something to do with me. I won't accept you as a dorm mother. I don't mean that. What? What the fuck? Did I miss something? Yesterday, if I hadn't been passing by, where would you be right now? If you're not careful in a place like that, then maybe nobody would have come. Bro, this music... Whoo! Oh man, it's fucking crazy. Fire. I love this shit. If you can't move your wheelchair, what would you have done by yourself? Do you still think it's got nothing to do with me? I'm not accusing her of anything. Yo, can I stop stuttering and read properly, bro? Hold on, maybe if I sit fucking a millimeter away from my monitor. That's why I try to speak as gently as possible, so as not to sound too harsh. I'm sitting like Effie when he plays a fucking FPS game. However, I showed her how serious I was. Look, I said thank you, didn't I? For me to thank anyone is extremely rare, you know? Ching chong ding bong, I agree. It's true. It's as rare as a giant salamander. You should be the one thanking me. The fuck? What a bitch. Are you proud of that? If you think that people would be happy because it's so rare, you're severely mistaken. Kotori seemed daunted by this sound argument, but put down the spoon and started thinking seriously. But because I'm like this, I can't do anything. Damn, bro, I almost shed a tear. That's actually fucked up. Wow. Wow, it's actually like, think about that shit, bro. Oh well, next one. Oh, thank you. Do you want some ice cream? It's really expensive. No, I don't. I sounded a little mean, so Kotori became tearful all of a sudden. Her cheeks were quivering as she desperately tried to hold back the tears. Hey, I'm sorry, I was joking. Don't make that face. It's nothing. I'm fine. That's right, see, you're fine. Hey, my guy. Hat quacked as though he was trying to cheer Kotori up. I wouldn't tell you to say thank you, would I? It's just that if you go out without telling anyone where you're going, it's kind of dangerous, you know? She wiped the corner of her eye a little with her finger. I understand, but I don't want to understand. Do I have to understand? Somehow that's what the look on her face said. Then how come I heard voice for it? She put the spoon down and went to leave the dining hall. Yeah, honestly, if you think about it, if you listen to a person long enough, you can like pretend to hear what they would say. Like you could have them say things in your head with their voice, and it's crazy. It's like they actually like, I don't know. Maybe that's something retarded, and everybody was like, yo, what the fuck? But like I just thought about it the other day. I'm like, wow. Like let's say you're watching a YouTuber for so long, then you can like imagine him saying shit about you, be like, oh shit, yo, what's good, Emanuel? Dap up and shit. Like, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? All right, okay. Where are you going? I'm going to wash my face. It's all sticky around my mouth from where I've been eating all this ice cream. Yeah, sticky from eating white other shit. I mean, she closed the notebook and put it on her lap. Then a piece of paper fell from the notebook. You dropped something. Kotori looked as though she hadn't heard and left the dining hall. Hat went after her. As the sound of the wheelchair grew farther away, I let out a big sigh. Maybe I said too much. It's just that I really was worried about her. I don't know anything about what's going on with Kotori, so perhaps I was unnecessarily interfering. Wait. The fuck is this, Windows Movie Maker? 1992? Speaking of which, she was wearing her uniform. However, she was wearing her own clothes yesterday when she went to Windmill Hill. Fuck. Tongue twister. Not even a rapper. Could it be that she was actually planning on going to school? That's possible, isn't it? As I thought of that, I felt my mood lighten a little, and I picked up the piece of paper that she had dropped. Huh? For a moment, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was porn. It was a notice for withdrawal from school. Who the fuck? Oh, it's another dorm member. Hey, cheer up, Aoi. You know what? Bitch, call me Tweek, alright? Hey, cheer up, Tweek. I'm gonna try to remember to say that as my name is said, because this is fucking 3 vowels back to back to back, bro. How the fuck am I supposed to pronounce that, huh? How the fuck? The fuck? I was depressed while I was cleaning up after dinner, and Kanako came to comfort me. Why? Why did everyone leave so much uneaten? It was really tasty, though. For tonight's dinner, Kanako was the only one who ate all of her food. Without exception, everyone else left some uneaten. Tomorrow, I'll make even more tasty food, so tasty that no one will leave anything uneaten. I felt renewed determination, and then the duck came waddling into the dining hall. Hello, Senior Hat. I'm not making fucking duck noises, bro. The most you'll get is a, get your money up, now you're funny up. I see you're hungry. Oh, do you have something for him to eat? There's some vegetables left over. That'll do. Kanako took the leftover vegetables and fed them to Hat. Is this duck her pet? Are you allowed to have pets here? Do ducks have teeth? Like, how's he eating a vegetable if he just has that beak, bill? Isn't it like... I'm trying to imagine it like... Let's say, like, put your hand like you're making a mouth with your hand, like a sock puppet, opening it up and down with your thumb, right? It can't crush vegetables and fucking chew it. Do they have teeth? I don't know. Maybe I'm just retarded, bro, maybe. Nope, he's no one's pet. You see, you heard that? He's fucking choking. He's been living here since before I came here. It's not clear who brought him or when. That's why I call him Senior Hat. So the owner must have been keeping him. No, that's not it either. She said that Hat just appeared one day. That's why, rather than being a pet, he's more like a housemate. Kotori also called him a housemate. It's a mystery. Once she had finished feeding Hat, Kanako got out of her seat. Okay, I think I'll go take a bath. Don't go walking around in your underwear again, okay? Why not? Come on, it's summer. Yo, maybe a couple of years ago I would have been like, whatever, not opposed. But yo. Not because I was a degenerate, just because I was still a minor, and I think now this is a game with high schoolers, so. No! Spoil sport? The fuck? I've never heard this term in my life. Killjoy, something like that, yeah, or what's from Family Guy? Buzz Killington. That never in my life. I never ever. Kanako gave me a quick insult as she left the dining hall. Why does everyone have to insult me just before they leave? I felt a little hurt as I cleaned the dishes. Are you a fucking pussy? Huh? That's why, you faggot. This time it was Kotori poking her head into the dining hall. It was almost as if she was waiting for Kanako to leave before she came in. She doesn't seem to get along with her, so maybe she really was waiting for her to leave. I thought she might have come to have some dinner, but she appeared to be looking for something. She's looking under the table. Hat, you're in the way. She went around the table once and then came past the counter in front of me. Hey, have you seen a piece of paper? I know, like, you can read the fucking words here, and she's saying it in Ching Chong language, but you know, I can't be as much of an asshole because I remember when I first started the Danganronpa series, I was like, yeah, I'm not reading this, guys. I'm just gonna be reading my parts or whatever, but you guys are gonna have to fucking move your eyes. So blah blah blah, like such a fucking asshole. But who knows? You know, sometimes you're watching a video and you're doing something and you want to just hear it. You don't have to fucking read it. So I'll be reading it off. You know, be a nice guy. Nice guy. No, I haven't. What kind of paper? Paper is paper. Are you sure you haven't seen it? But if you'd like anything done a different way, let me know, and I'm open to different like options, whatever it is. Positive. A man of the people. Kotori groaned while she was staring at my face as if she was trying to see if I was telling the truth. With a straight face, I wiped the dishes with a towel. Oh yeah, I looked to my left again. This honey mustard and onion. Also, as soon as I opened it, it smelled like diapers and shit. Wonderful. With no way to check, she went to look elsewhere. I'll put your dinner in the fridge. Heat it up in the microwave and eat it later, okay? I couldn't help lying to her about the paper. Okay. The thing she was looking for was the withdrawal notice I picked up. People were worried that if it carries on like this, she'll stop coming altogether. It looks like she's not really enjoying school. Agaha's words crossed my mind. A fucking ugly ass name. It looks like Kotori really is planning to drop out of school. Fuck, man, can't read. Maybe I should have dropped out of school. What am I doing? Why didn't I give the withdrawal notice back to her? There I stood, not even really understanding those feelings myself. I do remember Agaha though, it was his old friend or whatever. Extend the little wings which fly in the sky highly. Gay as fucking fuck. In my humble opinion. Humble although correct. Huh. What do you know? Good morning. Early in the morning, the doorbell chimed, so I went to open it, and there I saw Agaha. What are you doing here? So you really are the door, mother? She remarked as she saw me wearing an apron. This place, it's the witch's mansion, isn't it? It's a student dormitory for our school, huh? Yo, is that Moaz kid here? Agaha focused on the words student dormitory, as if questioning their sustainability as she gazed at the magnificent entrance. I was surprised too, to think that I would become the caretaker of a place that we used to sneak into when we were kids. If you snuck into here, bro, you had to have seen it. This is fucking amazing. Look how sexy and beautiful this interior is. It's nice. I think I might like to... What the fuck? I might like to like here too? Bitch, what? I might like to like here. This isn't me being retarded. This is supposed to be a V, I presume. Or assume? Yeah, whatever. One or the other. Can't be wrong if you put them both. If I were living here with you, Aoi, Tweek, it would definitely be fun. Why did you come here? I asked while guessing that perhaps she had come to invite me to walk to school with her. She is, after all, my #1 best friend. Oh yeah, I came to ask Kotori to come to school with me. I was wrong. What a bitch. Miss Alu? Who's Miss Alu? No, it's nothing. While blushing due to misunderstanding, I looked back towards Kotori's room. Looks like she still hasn't woken up. Even if she gets up now and takes her time eating breakfast, she can still make it with time to spare. I see. Alright, I'll wait here. Thanks for the food. That'll be $5. We're not Uber Eats, but it's an establishment. There's still some left. Sorry, but I can't eat this much so early in the morning. You're joking, right? I only gave you a little bit. Just a little bit. Even people in sports clubs don't eat a huge bowl of Napoleon pasta in the morning. Neapolitan? Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, yeah, I guess. Kanako ate the whole thing again this morning, though. How's the taste? It was tasty, damn right. Really? Yeah, really. But there was a lot of it, so I got tired of eating it halfway through. With good food, it tastes good no matter how much you eat. You always had such an unrefined palate, haven't you? An unrefined palate? The shock hit me like a bolt of lightning. I hung my head in dismay. So watch your words. Why are you so shocked? The truth is, Agaha had revealed the reason why since yesterday. The porters hadn't been eating my cooking properly. I thought I'd ask her opinion, which is why I made Agaha some food and got her to eat it. It was made from leftover ingredients anyway. Eating things like pork fried with ginger or Neapolitan pasta in the morning, it's unlikely that girls would ever accept that kind of food. What about something more refreshing? If you're gonna make pasta, why not tomato sauce or Japanese style? Cooking for... oh, it's his voice now. Cooking for girls is so difficult. Boy or girl, we're all human. Tasty is tasty. That's what I believed. Just as I was seriously troubled by this, I heard the squeaking of turning wheels coming from down the hallway. First, Hat the Duck came into the dining hall, then Kotori came in after him. It's the opposite to usual. Why do I have to? Kotori rubbed her sleepy eyes and started preparing Hat's food. You don't go to the bathroom first? It somehow looked as if the hungry Hat had woken her up. There, eat your fill and get nice and fat. Sooner or later, I'm gonna eat you. Not understanding her words, a Hat quacks happily as Kotori speaks to him and eats his food. It's a duck, how cute! Kotori notices that Agaha is here and instantly opens up her eyes. It's a pet duck, isn't it? I've seen one in the TV commercial. Is it yours too, Kotori? Just decided to live in my room, that's all. Why are you here? Kotori, you've been off school for too long. I came to see how you are. Do you feel better now? The teacher or someone asked you to do this, didn't they? No, they didn't actually. Hey, shall we go to school together? Who'd want to go with you? Kotori gave a humph as she made another one of those straight faces she's so good at.
But if you take too much time off, you'll get behind in the lessons. I don't think it has anything to do with you. Well, that's true. You're right, I'm sorry. Who said I was taking a day off today? Huh? Don't get the wrong idea. The reason I'm going isn't just because you asked me to. Okay then. Alright, I'll wait for you. I never said I was going with you. I'll go by myself. What a bitch. Kotori said with a straight face, then turned her wheelchair around. Just as she was about to leave, she stopped the wheelchair and turned around. You two, do you know each other? Yeah, we used to fuck. Huh? Yeah, we're childhood friends. Same thing. What a pair of idiots. It looks like she has even more of a bad attitude this morning. However, she did say she was going to school. See, I cut out the middleman. It said she was going to go to school. Going to school is just like Thomas the Tank Engine. Vroom, fast. After tidying up the breakfast things, I left the dormitory with Agatha. On our way to school, somehow our conversation turned to Kotori. Is there a reason why Kotori stopped coming to school? Yeah, I guess there is. Kotori has a walking disability, right? When we joined the same class in the second grade, it seemed like she wasn't really into it. Sometimes I would speak to her. That's so like Agatha to worry about that sort of thing. I don't remember. Was she crippled at birth? I think probably not, but I really cannot remember. I don't know if they explained it to us, or that I just feel like I would have known it. But whatever, I don't know. If there are any people who don't really fit into the group or are left out, she won't just ignore them. Yeah, it's fucked up if you do. Like, what the fuck? I always hated that type of shit. If somebody's like, even family members, sometimes I feel like, sometimes I'd be like in a family get together, like whatever. We're all at somebody's house, we're eating, blah blah blah, barbecue, some shit like that. You know, we're eating shashlik, and then somebody's talking, blah blah blah, and then like one of the kids will say something to one of like the older people, the parents, the adults, and then the parents will just ignore them hard, like completely just ignore them. And it's not like that they don't hear them or they're talking to somebody. They'll just straight up like not give a flying fuck and shit like that. It really pissed me the fuck off. Always. So now I always make sure I hear people. I always hear them out. Always give them like attention that like I would want everyone to have. Like it's deserved. You can't just single people out because of the fuck of it, because you think you're higher than somebody. The fuck? Who the fuck are you? Huh? That type of shit used to piss me off. Anyway, in the past, that's why what the fuck? In the past, that's why I started to play with Mabo, so it could have been for the same reason. I think some of the things are just kind of fucked up in translation. But for Kotori to be like that, to put it bluntly, it seems like she doesn't really want to fit in. Yeah, I can imagine that somehow. When the other girls in the class saw me with Kotori like that, they'd get angry. So when they started to object to Kotori, that's when they started to object to Kotori. It became a big battle of the girls in the class versus Kotori. When Agatha reminded herself of what happened back then, she wearily slouched forward. Agatha is cheerful and has many friends. Kotori, who doesn't respond to Agatha's concerns about her, might have been seen as the one in the wrong by those around them. Since then, she stopped coming to school? That's right. You know, back then, Kotori was amazing. She faced up to all the girls in the class and didn't back down at all. Agatha is waving her arms around like someone from a kung fu movie and passionately tells a story. Everybody, what's Kung Fu Panda? Ding 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 ding. I decided not to ask her what kind of heroic deeds took place, or for any specific details. Well, I didn't expect that. Even just by saying something in a slightly harsh way, she gets all tearful. Why did Kotori come to our school? Huh? You know, she doesn't enjoy the lessons and doesn't try to make any friends. The only reason I can think of is that it might be because it has full disabled accents. Yeah, deadass, you fucking idiot. I get her. Headass. In fact, that could be the main reason. Sheesh. I gotta do something about this. Looking at Agatha from the side as she puts her hands behind her head and starts thinking things over, I remember the withdrawal notice that I picked up last night. On the spur of the moment, I decided not to give it back and acted like I knew nothing about it. Is she really planning to drop out? It somehow felt like I'd picked pick some heavy piece of lost property. The two of us both made troubled faces as we walked. Murmur, murmur. You couldn't just put fucking dots. You know those three dots have a name? Like a specific fucking thing you call them. But I don't remember what it is. I'm pretty sure. I know English. I speak the language. A quiet, strange commotion surrounded us. Hmm? Yo, somebody scrapping? Most of the other students around us on their way to school were looking in the same direction. Over there was a tall, slender, beautiful girl walking along. Oh, it's her. It was the girl I met in the garage. I was wondering, like, who the fuck is this bitch? I guess we met. Wait. Is she the one that was standing there like a fucking piece of paper? Everyone was looking at her with curiosity, but it seemed that she hadn't noticed other people were looking at her. I was looking at her in the same way as everyone else, but Agaha took the way I was looking in the wrong way. As I thought, you have high standards. That girl is really famous in our school. The super repeat student, senior Amane Mochizuki. Oh, super seniors, so you know what that means. That means it's still a drawing. Calm yourself down, you dumb fucks. Super repeat student. Imagine. Never repeat high school, bro. That's crazy. Imagine repeating a senior year. Good luck out there. Yeah, she repeated the same school year several times. How did they keep letting her back in? Fucking idiot. Is she that stupid? She doesn't look it though. If I had to say it one way or the other, I'd say she's a genius. It's way beyond the level of her having the best scores or anything like that. Rather, the teachers have nothing more to teach her. In fact, they sometimes go to learn from her, it seems. Cleverer than the teachers? I don't think that's a word. More clever than the teachers is probably what you mean. Does a school really deal in such specialized fields? You know, I'm trying to correct people over here. Like, I can't fucking... Like, I'm the same person who didn't just fuck up trying to read a bunch of shit. Despite that, she doesn't graduate and stays in school. She plans a way to drop credits and intentionally repeats the year. Why? How is she still here? Sounds like a dumbass to me. Originally, she was repeating the year for more times than the school rules allow, so that's why she's the super repeat senior. But it's strange to see her on her way to school in the morning. I don't know if she's a genius or not, but she definitely seems like a pretty weird person. Yeah, all the way to the moon. Then abruptly, super repeats. What the fuck is this title? Super repeat student senior Amane Mochizuki stopped walking by and looked at the sky. Bars. Everyone else mimicked her and looked up too. A jet plane flying through the blue sky, pulling its vapor trail along behind it. Wow. Everyone soon realized it was a plane and quickly lost interest and started walking again. However, why you gotta say her full fucking government, bro? Amane Mochizuki kept on standing there looking up at the plane flying high in the sky. Yo, that trips me out. If you're looking up at a plane in the sky as it's flying and as you're walking, bro, or a fucking kite in the air as I'm walking and looking up at that bitch, bro, I get fucking mad like, whoa, like I'm about to fall. My fucking, like, wow. Not like, oh my gosh, I see pink elephants. No, not like that shit, but like, you know what I mean. When people came from behind and avoided her like she was in their way, she didn't pay any attention to them either. Let's go. Sure. Kotori arrived just as our morning homeroom class finished. Sorry I'm late. Kotori, do you feel better now? Yes, thankfully. I see. I was worried about you. Got talk. Kotori went past the homeroom teacher, who seemed bewildered that she had come back to school all of a sudden, then, still in her wheelchair, arrived at her desk. You expected her to get out of her wheelchair? The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Oh my gosh. The desk right at the front was the only one that didn't have a chair. Everyone looked on, puzzled. I'm not an animal in a zoo. Now that Kotori was in school, she started her cool alul routine again. Huismasum cool alur. She concentrated during the lesson and answered the teacher's question easily when asked. It seems like her grades in regular subjects are top class.
During recess, she sat at her desk reading a book or going off somewhere. She didn't try to talk to anyone, or even if Aga tried to speak to her, she acted like she hadn't noticed. The other girls in class looked like they were worried about how they should treat her and watched her from a distance. That type of shit too. You gotta look at everybody like, yo, we're the same people. We want to be treated the same. Like everybody is part of the crowd, bro. Everybody's the same. You can't look at somebody because they're in a wheelchair differently. The fuck. I mean, one time I went to high school in New York over here. I didn't go to high school with anybody who was in a wheelchair. Like if somebody broke their leg and they were in a wheelchair for a couple of weeks, then that's. But like I went to high school for my freshman year in Florida, and I had this one girl in my acting class. She was in a wheelchair, and everybody like treated her the same. At first, because I never really had interactions with people in wheelchairs, so I didn't. I was like, I mean, I didn't really talk to her this much or whatever, but I was just like, should I be any different? Like, but because one time I remember she was trying to go through the door, but like it was hard for her to hold the door open. She was trying to get through and hold it like that's fucked up. And then this one girl behind, I wasn't the one who was right behind her, like somebody was in front of me, and this one girl behind both of us was like, open the door for her, like. And I was thinking, I'm like, that's a good fucking like no fucking shit. Like, and was I this retarded to not think of, like going in front and helping her out myself? Because I was just like, oh, I think she should be able to do it herself. Like, she would want to do it. But things like that, like, it's just be normal. If you see somebody struggling, anybody, let's say they're able-bodied, trying to get through a door and they have some shit in their hands, or fucking, you would hold the door open for them. So I sit there and watch as a person in a wheelchair trying to fit through a door, like it's a fucking, like you're watching some kind of exhibit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's fucking 6 in the morning, bro, and I didn't sleep all night. Give me a break. During gym class, the way she looked on, bored, left an impression on me. She always looked like she was all alone and didn't seem to be enjoying herself very much. This is not a school. This is fucking what's some kind of fucking Kratos Emperor Palace shit. I don't know, but this is fucking Valheim Yalla Habibi. I don't know. Hey, Kotori. Bitch made a Hunter x Hunter sound. At lunchtime, I found Kotori carrying her bag about to leave the classroom, and I chased her down the hallway. It shouldn't be that fucking hard. It's lunchtime, What are you doing? Fucking whoosh. Suddenly, Kotori dashed away at an unbelievable speed. She got fucking fire boosters in that bitch. But hey. In the heat of the moment, I tried to chase her, but I thought I would bump into passing students, and I was too slow to start moving. In the meantime, Kotori had already gotten inside the elevator. According to the school rules, most students are not allowed to use the elevator. Elevator is the only form of transportation that starts with L. Wait, no. Long Island Railroad. Yeah, you got that lure. My fault. L-I-double-R. Got that bitch ass lure. Yeah, that wasn't funny. I'm sorry. I should end the video or I should kill myself. Maybe? Maybe I should just read this and forget about that. That didn't happen. Nah, fix that. So you weren't there. It was only supposed to be used by workers or teachers carrying big loads or disabled students like Kotori. Even so, I chased after her, only for the doors to close mercilessly in front of me. That is not what she said. Don't lie to me. Do not lie to me, you fucking caption. Through the glass, the one with the self-proclaimed cool Alul stuck her tongue out and headed to the floor below as I stood there and watched. You're not getting away. Huff, puff, puff. The big bad fucking wolf. I ran and made it to the school gates. She was holding her bag. It seemed like she was trying to leave early, so I went to cut her off. However, I can't deny the possibility that her lunch is in the bag. Maybe I got the wrong idea. If that's not it, then what could be the problem? I watched over the school gates like some guardian statue. Bam! I was crashing into something in the back, in other words, from outside the school gates. Arg. Ah, what was that? I got up and felt like I was crawling out from under an avalanche. Then I saw a big cardboard box and a girl that had fallen over. Are you okay? I'm okay. Oh, it's her. No shit. I'm sorry, but I couldn't see ahead of me because of this box I was carrying. Oh. I looked at her and I got up, and without thinking, I thought I was going to say the super repeat student, but I held my tongue. How about you? You're not hurt, are you? I'm alright. I see. That's good. And she says that the super repeating super senior holds on. Can you stop with this fucking name? Tongue twisting shit. As she holds on to the big cardboard box. Motherfucker, bro. My stomach. She went to lift it up, but then Senior Amane slumped down exhausted. Due to an empty stomach, my short-term performance has been significantly reduced. She marked Zuckerberg. I'll help you carry it. Oh, it's so heavy. The fuck? The big cardboard box is incredibly heavy. No shit. It's fine. I can carry it by myself. Come on, it's no big deal. I said as I went to pick it up anyway. Thanks. Is this okay here? I don't know what's in it, but we put the heavy cardboard box on the floor. Sorry about that. Thanks for helping me. It's alright. Anyway, Senior, if you're hungry... She was staring towards the inside of the garage. Maybe she's just autistic. Huh? Senior? Big fucking dildo, I'll tell you that much. Fucking sperm. I find myself copying her and looking in the same direction. Thought I missed something. Inside was Kotori. What's she doing here? She's by this big thing placed in the center of the garage and is trying to lift up the sheet to see what's underneath. Are you interested in that? Kotori is surprised when Amane speaks to her. I'll make you gulp. Yeah, let's finish reading. Kotori seems intimidated and nods. Amane vigorously pulls back the sheet. I'll make you pull back something vigorously. Inside is a white, steam-lined aircraft. Oh. Kotori looked at it, dazed. I say wow, as I let out a small surprised sound slip out. Could this be a glider? No, it's a faller with style. Yes, it is. Amane nodded and Kotori cautiously moved her head closer to the aircraft. Even in the dimly lit garage, the glider's white body had a glossy shine to it and faintly reflected Kotori's face. I moved towards it to take a closer look. Is this the one that we saw from Windmill Hill? Yeah, it could be. The smooth surface looked like it was made from plastic. However, it is hard to the touch. The wings had been removed, and for now, it was just the body. Shout out, Polly. So this is what the cockpit's like. I'll cock your pit. No. This is amazing. Yeah. Huh? We started talking to each other at some point. As some point, but then finally realized who it was we were talking to. Hey you, why are you running away just now? She calmly ignores my question, but then hurriedly tries to escape, so I go ahead to block her. I won't let you get away. What did you come here for? You're not here to eat lunch, are you? There was some mean guy guarding the school gate, so I came in here to hide. So she really was trying to leave early. Do you know her? Amanda was listening carefully to our conversation. Why the fuck do we need that outside shot again? Slurp, slurp. Yeah, damn right. Damn right it tastes good. Amanda was wolfing down a Neapolitan pasta lunchbox, and Kotori and I both had a face that seemed to say whoa and looked on in amazement. In amazement. Why would we say whoa? Well, to see such a beautiful girl do something like that, I feel really disappointed. What, fucking eat? Oh no, you mean, yeah, suck me off, of course. Oh. She didn't know that when she was eating ice cream like a crazy idiot, I had the same reaction when I was watching her. By the way, the thing that Amane was eating was the lunchbox that I brought. As usual, the boarders hadn't eaten the breakfast I made them, so I packed it as my lunch. I had made 2 lunchboxes. One was for me. As for the other, I thought that if Kotori was going to school, she might have found it difficult at lunchtime, so I was worried about her and brought another lunchbox. That's why I was chasing her. If she didn't need it, I thought that I might eat them both myself, but she ran away before I could ask her. That's pretty nice. But is this okay, for me to eat your whole lunchbox? Asked Amane, although she had already eaten most of it before asking.
I've already eaten my one. I was hungry during morning recess, so I had lunch early. Relieved to hear my answer, Amana continues to enjoy the pasta. Yeah, fuck that little... What is this? Adverb? Add noun? Yeah, fuck you. Oh, this is delicious. It's been a while since I had a proper food like this. Since I had proper food like this, I fucked that up. It wasn't even the translation, it was just my fucking brain. Didn't you have anything to eat after I saw you yesterday? I only gave her one piece of bread. Amana stopped moving her chopsticks and took a good look at my face. Could it be the other person who gave me that bread yesterday? You've only just realized? Are you sped? In the head? Well, I was concentrating on something yesterday. She really is weird. Oh, I see. So this is the second time you saved me. She looked at me with eyes that sparkle like a little kid's. Oh, don't say that, man. If she were a dog, her tail would definitely be... Don't say that, man. I received that bet from you approximately 20 hours ago. Prior to that, the last meal I had eaten was roughly 70 hours earlier. I counted on my fingers. If there are 24 hours in a day, that's 3 days ago. I went to Taioken and ate pork ramen with all the toppings. The soup was rich and delicious. She recalls this and her face looks like she's about to start drooling. Why don't you eat? Are you on a diet? I forgot. Huh? When I'm thinking about something, I forget about everything else. That's because I'm stupid. Ah, okay. Amani replied with pride. I've heard if she didn't compare it to when people forget things because they're hungry. Are you building this glider? Yeah. Are you doing that here? The soaring club uses this garage as a clubhouse. Soaring club? I wasn't familiar with that name. Yeah, soaring to the moon. What's soaring? Soaring is to fly a glider by riding the rising air currents. Flying a glider by riding the rising air currents? I kinda get it, but on the other hand, I don't get it. So the aim of the club is to make and fly a glider? Well, yeah, that's right. So this garage is used for club activities after all. Even so, it's pretty spacious. A glider is like an airplane, isn't it? Is it something you can make by yourself? Yeah, I can make it. Because it's a man-made object, there's no reason why you can't make it, right? I have a feeling that's not what she's asking. However, Amane answered the question in all seriousness. How do you make it? Well, rather than explaining it, it's quicker if you actually make one yourself. Hold on a moment, I said as Amane slipped on the last of the pasta with extremely bad manners. Yeah, let the bitch eat. Wiping around her mouth with tissue, she started rummaging through a desk drawer. Where did that thing go? Peeking inside the drawer, somehow I get the impression that Amane is a typical disorganized person. Rather than things being put away, it's more like they were stuffed in. Oh, here it is. This is it. The thing that Amane had taken out was a paper airplane construction kit made using cardboard. I read that fast, but no, fuck up, bitch. Okay, try to make one. This is why my reading level was Z in elementary school, because I'm prrrrah, you know what I mean? Without thinking, Kotori and I looked at each other. But I promise you, even then, I probably fucked up mad times too. I feel that manufacturing a glider and making a paper airplane are completely different. Ah, this is spelled wrong. Are completely different things. But for now, I'll try doing it, she says. Using glue and a craft knife, in about 10 minutes we had finished the paper airplane. Finished! All done. Amane takes the plane that Kotori had made and takes a good look. Then she threw it. The paper airplane floated gently as it flew and landed near the wall on the other side of the garage. It flew straight forward very nicely. It's a good plane. Kotori seemed embarrassed about being complimented. There are many types of airplane. There are the jumbo jets, small Cessnas, fighter planes. Yo, speaking of which, I was on a double-decker fucking train the other week. Because Effie's bitch ass didn't want to fucking pick me up, so I had to take the fucking train to his house. Fuck you, Effie. Shout out. So, nah, but it was a pretty fun experience. I've done it a couple times to the house. That's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not that bad. It's more fucking pleasant than taking a subway.
because this is an above ground train that I went to for the house. I mean, the ticket was fucking $20, different than the $275 I would normally pay, but it's all right. It was pretty cool. No, matter of fact, the 20 bucks one or the 22 bucks one, whatever it is, that one is for peak. It's for like rush hour. I got the off peak. I was like 13 bucks. I lied. Yeah. The other time I got the 20 bucks one. This one was like 13 bucks. It's not that bad. So technically I saved $7 if you think about it. It was a pleasant. They had a fucking bathroom on that train, bro. A bathroom on the train? I'm like, bitch, I can do cocaine in this bit. Not that I do shit like, you know, I'm just saying it's possible, right? And it's mad. It's like a fucking airplane, bro. Anyway. Then there are paper airplanes, like the one you just threw. But all of them fly based on the same principle. Paper airplanes and jumbo jets are the same? Yes, the principle are the same, using their wings to float on the air in order to fly. I guess, but this doesn't have a fucking jet. Kotori and I both tilted our heads in puzzlement. We both had a skeptical look on our faces. I can understand that a light paper airplane can fly by riding the wind, but it's hard to imagine that a giant hunk of metal can float in the sky on the same principle. You see what that's? Yeah, what I mean. There must have been some other method that allows it to fly. Amani goes to pick up the paper airplane that she had just thrown. I'd like you to take a good look. Can the two of you see what the difference is between this airplane and the paper one? The size and the material? Also, whether or not people ride on it? That's right. Then there is whether or not it has an engine. Yes. On the other hand, everything is the same. Here we have the principles of flight. Regular airplanes are made from mostly the same parts as this. First, there's the body. What is this dipshit? Not like, oh, you dipshit, like the shit that dips. What is this? I don't know. Aerodynamic? Next are the main wings. The horizontal tailplane. It looks like it's upside down. The vertical tailplane. There are a few airplanes that have a somewhat quirky shape, but even in those cases, they still have mostly the same parts or other parts that fulfill a similar role. When she puts it like that, I guess she's right. I never paid that much attention to it though. By the way, do you know how an airplane floats on the air? Because it has lift. That's right. Like the force of fluid moving over a wing, lift is said to be the vertical component in accordance with the direction of the flow. Whatever the fuck that all means. I agree. I look baffled again, and Amana smiles a little and rephrases it. In other words, it's the force that makes the wings float up on the air. Lift is created here, on the main wings. When air hits the wings from the front, the airflow divides, going over and under the wing. Okay, I get it. Right, aerodynamics. Yeah, simple enough. I can just imagine the wings cutting the air like a blade. Yeah, okay, yeah, you see, like, cutting through, like, imagine your hand as a fist when you're, like, moving it up and down like you're trying to run, but for some reason when you put it, like, straight out, like you're about to smack the shit out of somebody, like, put all your fingers together like that and try to run, for some reason it feels like it's more aerodynamic, like it's not being pushed against something, you're just like, phew, phew, like karate chop, ha cha cha. I don't know, maybe that's different. Did I read this? I don't know. At that time, there's a difference in the speed of airflow above and below the wing, and the pressure drops on the side that has the faster airflow. That's Belnori's thorium. Standing beside her, I'm a little freaked out as she so easily comes out with the word like Belnori, Bernoulli. What the hell is that? We were taught that in class, right? We didn't learn that in my school. Maybe. That's why the airplane wings are designed so that the air flows faster on the upper side. This is in order to lower the pressure on the upper side. The fuck? The fuck you making me read all this shit for? I don't care. By doing this, the pressure on the lower side is higher in comparison, and then the air lifts the wings up. The air lift the wings up? It's a phenomenon that's hard to suddenly imagine. So that's Bernoulli's theorem? Theory? Amane nodded as if to say yes. There's one more thing. The air flowing over the top of the wing bends downward because of the wing surface, causing downward force behind it. So it's like angled in a particular... Okay, you see right here? I don't know if you can see it, but like... and it's like if you're looking at it from the side, you could see that it's like, I think my cursor is captured on, so it's like it's going this way and then down. I think that's what she's saying. So it's like curved. You know what I mean? Whatever. As she explains, Amane is drawing a cross section of a wing. According to that, an airplane's wings are flat at the bottom and the top is shaped like a mountain. So it's, what the fuck? My monitor screen just turned off. Oh, for a second. I'm sorry about that, guys. Shaped like a mountain, so it seems like it is semicircular. Yeah, okay, I'm not wrong, kind of. Apparently, the air on the upper side flows okay, so it's like this then. Right. Okay, I guess I get it. Apparently, the air on the upper side flows along the raised curved surface and then bends to flow downward. See, because if it's like this, right, kind of like, imagine like a triangle, but like rounded. So if it's hitting it this way, then it's going up, the wind is going up through it, but still at the same time going down this way on the bottom of it. And then on the back side, it's like downwards, like, okay, call me fucking Isaac Newton. As for the question of why the air flows along the raised surface, it can only be said that this is because of the nature of the air. Or so it would seem. This downward force, according to Newton's I'm Isaac Newton now. Third law causes the same reaction on the wing which lifts it in an upward direction. The reaction lifts up the wing? Oh, now you speak in my language. When a basketball... Oh, no, that's not my language. When a heavy basketball hits the ground, doesn't it seem that it's floating weightlessly? No, it fucking doesn't. The fuck? It's the same as that. If it was fucking weightless, it wouldn't fall, it would float. Does that mean that when the wing drops in the air, the reaction causes it to float? Wait, I'm trying to imagine it, because like usually in planes they have this small little section right here on the wings, and when you want to fly up, they're down. And I always wondered, I'm like, why the fuck are they down to fly up? And I think maybe 1 in 1 if you like want to stay stable. I don't remember. And I never knew that. Or maybe if you want to turn one side. I never really, wow. Is that why? Because now I'm thinking about it, like, if it's blowing on it, like, this is how it's shaped, right? And the, right? So you'd be fishing upwards. Okay. Right. Makes sense. I think. I totally understand. So when the lift exceeds the weight of the airplane can fly through the air. For example, it's the same for a jumbo passenger airline with a total weight of several hundred tons. Theoretically, that may be so, but I still couldn't imagine how enough lift to cause a several hundred ton airplane to take off could be created. However, airplanes do actually fly in the sky. The main wings that create the lift are the parts necessary to make the airplane fly in the sky. What's up with this eye right here? Kind of fucked up this side, huh? I don't know if I understand or not. However, I understood that the main wings are the most important part. Oh my, there's a next? Oh, bitch. Holy fuck. Next are the tailplanes, of which there are 2 types, vertical and horizontal. These are added to stabilize the position of airplane when in midair. An airplane floats in midair, which is much more unstable than we humans are when standing on the ground. Who'da thunk? The one going straight up is the vertical tailplane. This stabilizes lateral movement. The ones extending out sideways, the same as the main wings, are the horizontal tailplanes. These move vertically, in other words, stabilizing the up and down movements of the nose. Without this, even a paper airplane won't fly straight. I see. So that's why they have small wings on the tail. Then there's the body. This doesn't have a direct relationship to flight, but if you don't have this, there's nowhere to attach the wings. Makes sense. And that is the basic form of an airplane. That hasn't changed since a long time ago, since the era of the Wright brothers. More like the Wrong brothers. No, the Wrong brothers were the guy before them. That's why they didn't make the airplane. They made the wrong plane. Right. I'm sorry. Since that long ago? But the Wright brothers were the first people in the world to fly a plane, right? What was it, like 12 seconds? But it's crazy, bro. I love the human species, bro. Humankind is like never ceases to amaze me. I always feel so inspired with hope and I have a smile on my face every time I think about what the basis of human nature is. We always want to expand and explore and create and make life so much more, like we always want to thrive for something. And if you talk about the human race, that's a little bit different, how everybody's fighting towards each other. But shit like that, like, oh, everybody has greed and this and that. And yes, that is true. That is human nature as well. And that's the downside to it. But you got to take the bad with the good. If there was all good, you would never have bad. If there was all bad, you wouldn't know what good is. It's whatever. So, like, when you see shit like that, at the end of the day, the basis of what we all want to come home and see a smile on our family's faces, be happy with everybody, things like that. And I'm like, we're all the same in that way. We all want to create and procreate and everything, like it's so fucking beautiful, bro. Shit like this, like, imagine that, bro. Fucking hundreds of years ago, we wouldn't know. If you brought somebody from fucking back then to now, we would be like, holy shit, we're on another fucking planet. These are aliens. This is the fucking future, like, that we would imagine in movies nowadays. Like flying cars and shit. Motherfucker, 200 years ago, they had no cars at all. You bring them here now, they're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Witchcraft next level. And imagine this, bro. We took fucking flight. Something that it is not humanly possible, has never been thought of, like, bro, and how fast we accomplished all of this in fucking late 1800s, early 1900s. I think the Wright brothers were. I think early 1900s. And then in 1969, we went to the fucking moon? Bro, that is crazy. It really is, like, it's astonishing. And then the James Webb telescope, we received the first picture a couple of days ago, and it's like, wow. Anyway, so nothing has changed since the very first one was made. The Wright brothers were the first to fly using powered flight. Gliders were being flown even before then. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I guess so. I always thought that the Wright brothers were the first to fly. If you know the role of the wings, you should try it on this paper airplane. For example, if you were to bend this vertical tailplane a little like this, the plane that Amani threw curved gently as it flew. Also, if you curved this part on the main wings a little, she bent the left and right main wings so that they twisted at the back. This time the plane twisted as it flew. Hey, that's pretty interesting, if you think so. Seeing this, Kotori started to adjust the tailplane on her own airplane. Watch this! Full of confidence, Kotori threw her paper airplane. Whoa! Huh! It did a beautiful loop before landing. I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's it, dog. That's cool. It did a loop-to-loop. Maybe it is, but I really don't think it is. I think maybe it's DE? Or maybe this is what it's supposed to be. I don't know. This paper airplane really is interesting. Kotori and I both got really engrossed in adjusting the wings and playing around. Sometimes the paper airplanes displayed some mid-air aerobatics, and the other times they didn't fly at all and crashed into the ground. You put me in a spelling bee. However, by trying it for ourselves, we were able to get a real understanding of the role of the wings. By just changing the shape of the wings a little, you can make them fly in many different ways. Actual airplanes have many smaller wings, such as ailerons. The aircraft is controlled by adjusting them. Yeah, I'd like to be a pilot, high-key. As she explained, Amani moved to the side of the garage. But on like a fast fucking fighter jet. Not even that, like, just something that you could like look down and observe and be like, wow. And then you're just like really like, yo, I'm motherfucking flying, bro. And then you could like jump out and fucking parachute down, like, that's sick. Then, I assume, she lovingly laid her hand on the glider. Yo, I'll make you lovingly lay your hand on some. This glider doesn't have an engine. It's like a bigger and more robust paper airplane. The only thing that has been added is the cockpit. Kotori and I looked at the paper airplanes in our hands. I imagined riding it and flying through the sky. Yo, hold on. Pause, bro. This is just like the fantasies I envisioned. Yo, pause, bro! The glider in front of me was the real thing. How about it? You just felt like you could make one, didn't you? But it doesn't have an engine. How does it fly? Paper airplanes gain thrust by being thrown up by people. By riding the wind. Both I and Kotori gazed at the white aircraft. That day,
we saw this thing flying from Windmill Hill, riding the wind. That expression expresses it so perfectly, the way it flew so smoothly and calmly. Riding the wind? Amani nods happily. Then, by riding rising air currents, you can fly anywhere. Anywhere? Yes, you can even go above the clouds. Above the clouds? Kotori looked at the aircraft with an expression of disbelief. I also couldn't imagine that this thing flying above the clouds. Have you been there? Above the clouds? Well, that's, suddenly her mood drops. I only put it together recently. I finally took it on a test flight. It was that time. Ah! Kotori and I react by exchanging glances. The wings weren't strong enough to hold and snapped halfway through. Huh? So, you mean... Yeah, it was pretty dangerous. If they had broken completely, I might have fallen to my death in the lake. Bruh. Hashtag bruh. Blast. Haha, she laughed as she spoke. I have to rebuild them. It's because I'm not so good with my hands. Also, I know some of the instruments are broken, but I'm having trouble getting my hands on the parts. Why don't you make them by yourself? Kotori said that so easily. At a school where things like this are taught, they have all the equipment you need to make anything, from a screw to an aircraft. You know, I made a screw for a Rolex watch one time? Shit, that took me like fucking 3 days, but I made one single screw for a Rolex watch. I guess I don't have to, but I don't know if I did it before, but I'll say the story. So this was back when I was working at my old jewelry store, the one in downtown New York in the city, right, literally by the World Trade Center, by Wall Street and Broadway, like on Maiden Lane, like right between, like bro. And obviously it's not 42nd Street, it's not Midtown, but whatever it was, bro. This one guy came in. I'm pretty sure he was a gay guy. Nothing to contribute to the story. I'm just like, you know, throwing it out there. He was an older man. He was maybe around 60 years old. He had short white hair. You know, he looked like he was healthy. He dropped off his fucking gold Rolex watch, and he needed a link taken out or whatever, something about the links. And he's like, I'm just gonna go upstairs, get a manicure. Okay, I took care of him, blah blah blah. But then a couple days later, he comes back to me, says, look, something wrong with the watch. And I was worried. I'm like, motherfucker, this is an expensive ass fucking watch. This shit's gonna cost me fucking $25,000 to fucking replace. So he gave it to me. He's like, I went to a different store, and he said, you did this, you did that. I'm like, bro, look, I'll take care of this for you. Let me take your name, let me take your number. I'll give you a call once it's ready. Here's your receipt. You come back, whatever. I'll take care of it for you. I'll call you. It's all gonna be done in a couple of days. And I was fucking shitting my pants, bro. I was worried. I'm like, yo, this is a serious fucking thing I gotta take care of. I gotta deal with this shit. So for 2 days straight, I fucking sat down, and there was this screw. I had many screws, and I couldn't order one in time. But I had a lot of screws for these links. These were screw links, like the pins for them. And it was like protruding, and something was like shaved out. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I looked through every single screw so many times. Nothing was the perfect fit besides this one other screw I had from a Rolex band that I had lying around. And it wasn't exact. I literally had to shave it down around the fucking, I don't know what the term is. Like, I'm literally trying to do it right now with my hands, but I don't have a camera, like a face cam, so I can't show you. But like, imagine a pencil and the little bumps on the sides. Like, if I were to shave that down, it would like sort of make it easier to fit in like a certain place, right? So that's essentially what I did. But when I did that, the circle parts of the screw that would screw into something got stripped. So I took a fucking razor blade and I put it along the tiny little line that was still showing, that was still left there, and I put it on a drill, and I slowly went fucking indenting the fucking lines, the holes, to make that shit shorten, make it everything fit the length, everything, bro. It was fucking immaculate. It took me 2 days to do. Oh, I know it doesn't sound like 2 days. Wow, that's not a lot of time, motherfucker. I was in the store from 9 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night every day. That whole fucking time I was working on those screws, those 2 days. I finally got it perfect, bro. I put it in and I fucking eureka'd. I called this guy, he got the fuck out of my sight, never saw him again. I'm like, yes, I did it, motherfucker. Crown me. Anyway, Amani, with a troubled look on her face, took some broken parts from a drawer.
The diaphragm is one of the parts used to make the airspeed controller. Isn't that in the human body? This was a special order and the factory where this was made shut down a long time ago. Kotori and I gazed at the parts in the palm of Amane's hand. It certainly looks like it wouldn't be easy to make. If it's the kind of thing that can be made in a town factory, there might be something that can be done about it. Amane's eyes lighten up as I quietly mumble. Really? Well, I don't know until I ask, but I know someone like that. Please, if I don't have this, I'll be in a real fix. Okay, I'll try asking the next time I see him. Can I borrow this? Thank you. This time will be the third time you saved me. Whoosh. Hold on, how can I... What does this do? Oh, you don't get a view of it. Okay. Whoa. Suddenly, she gives me a full-on hug and we're even cheek to cheek. I like to see her cheek to cheek. Thank you, thank you. You can thank me once I've actually got it. Oh, I guess you're right. But this includes for the lunch. This includes thanks for lunch. So let me express my thanks one more time. No, that's enough, seriously. Really? I guess you're a faggot. Ah, look at you. Little jelly? Shitty chitty jelly belly? Kotori was sullenly glaring at me. I wonder if this really will fly. Kotori and I both gazed at the fire with the same look on our faces. By the way, you two. If you're interested in gliders, The bell rings, interrupting Amane. Amane flinches in surprise and quickly turns her back to us. If we're interested, what is it? No, it's nothing. Forget about it. Forget about it. Somehow it's like it seems she's avoiding something. Amane? What? Can I come and see you again? Yeah, of course. If you're interested, come anytime. I have to bring her those parts as well. You too. Come again. Sure. As Kotori nods, Amane grins as she nods back. She's really beautiful, but her smile somehow makes her look like a little kid. Dog, don't be saying that shit. Alright, shall we go back to the classroom? Huh? I started pushing Kotori's wheelchair and decided to start walking. Hey, where are you taking me? The classroom, of course. No, stop. I'm hungry and I haven't had lunch yet. You reap what you sow. I said stop. Hey, don't push me. I brought Kotori with me against her wishes and returned to the classroom. Okay, that is great, and I'm excited to see what the fuck happens next. I'm sure you guys all are, but this is getting a long video, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking out, checking by. I hope you enjoyed. Really do. Let me know what you guys think down low about anything. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if you want to see something else. Let me know if you fucking stepped in shit yesterday and you want to vent about it. You know, it's all... I read every comment, and I sometimes I don't respond to some people. That's because I don't know. I mostly don't respond to people that are like, oh hey, I came here because you promoted yourself under a Pornhub video in the comments. You're promoting your YouTube channel. Yeah, I did that fucking a year and a half ago on like a couple of videos as a joke, and this is before I even really uploaded that much, expecting it to really not pop off and not for many people to see it. And at the time I was like, okay, whatever, people will forget about it eventually. It won't. But bro, to this day I keep seeing every couple of days, couple of weeks, people keep coming and they're saying, oh here, I found it, I didn't expect it to be real, but here it is, ha ha ha. Bro, like fuck off. I really I wish I could go find back those videos or whatever, but I don't remember the account that I made for this back then or whatever the fuck. It was a one-time thing as a joke, and I don't know, I didn't expect it to ever haunt me, but it is what it is, you know, whatever. But I appreciate it. Deuces, everybody. I'll see you all in the next one.